For years, Dubai has been marketed as the ultimate dream destination, a city where luxury knows no limits. Towering skyscrapers pierce the clouds, artificial islands stretch into the sea, and social media is flooded with images of supercars, rooftop pools, and five-star lifestyles. To millions around the world, Dubai represents success, glamour, and endless possibilities. But recently, a different story has begun to emerge. Across travel forums, social media platforms, and review websites, tourists are sharing experiences that paint a much less glamorous picture. Some visitors say they arrived expecting paradise, but left feeling disappointed. Others claim the city simply didn't live up to the enormous expectations created online. Even more surprising, many repeat visitors who once loved Dubai are now choosing other destinations instead. So what's really happening? Why are some travelers deciding they've had enough? Is Dubai losing its appeal, or are expectations becoming impossible to satisfy? The truth is far more complicated than most people realize. Behind the dazzling skyline lies a reality that many tourists don't discover until they arrive. Rising costs, extreme weather, cultural misunderstandings, and growing frustration are all playing a role. Today, we're uncovering the reasons why some tourists say they're quitting Dubai and revealing the ugly truths that travel advertisements rarely mention. What you're about to hear may completely change the way you see one of the world's most famous destinations. One of the biggest complaints tourists make about Dubai comes down to a single issue: money. Most travelers understand that Dubai isn't a budget destination. Luxury has always been part of the city's identity. But many visitors say they were shocked by how quickly their expenses spiraled out of control. The surprises often begin the moment they land. Airport transfers, hotel fees, transportation costs, restaurant bills, and attraction tickets can add up rapidly. What seemed like a carefully planned vacation budget suddenly starts disappearing far faster than expected. Some travelers report discovering extra charges they didn't notice during booking. Others say that everyday activities ended up costing significantly more than anticipated. Dining can be particularly expensive in popular tourist areas. A meal that might cost a reasonable amount elsewhere can suddenly become a major expense, especially for families. Then there are the attractions. Observation decks, desert safaris, luxury beach clubs, water parks, and entertainment venues often require separate admissions and premium upgrades. By the end of their trip, some visitors feel they spent far more than they originally intended. What's interesting is that many tourists aren't necessarily upset about spending money. Instead, they question whether the experience justified the price. As more destinations around the world offer luxury experiences at lower costs, some travelers are beginning to wonder whether Dubai still provides enough value for the premium it demands. For many, that question alone is enough to make them reconsider returning. Then there's the weather. For first-time visitors, Dubai's climate can be one of the biggest shocks of the entire trip. Travel advertisements often showcase beautiful beaches, outdoor cafes, and people enjoying sunny days under clear blue skies. But what those advertisements don't always emphasize is just how intense the heat can become. During the hottest months, stepping outside can feel overwhelming. Temperatures can soar to levels that make even short walks uncomfortable. Tourists who plan to spend hours exploring outdoor attractions often find themselves rushing from one air-conditioned building to another. Many visitors admit they underestimated the impact the heat would have on their vacation. They imagined leisurely sightseeing and outdoor adventures. Instead, they found themselves adjusting schedules, canceling activities, or spending much more time indoors than expected. Some travelers say the weather changed their entire experience of the city. Outdoor markets became less enjoyable. Long walks became exhausting. Even famous landmarks were harder to appreciate when standing outside for extended periods felt unbearable. For visitors from cooler regions, the adjustment can be particularly difficult. What looks perfect in social media photos may feel very different in reality. While many experienced travelers know to visit during cooler seasons, newcomers often arrive unprepared for the conditions. As a result, some leave feeling that they never truly experienced the city the way they had imagined. And for a destination that heavily promotes outdoor luxury, that's becoming a growing challenge. Another issue that surprises many tourists has nothing to do with cost or weather. It's culture. Dubai is one of the most international cities in the world, attracting people from every corner of the globe. Yet despite its modern appearance, it still operates within a unique cultural and legal environment that can catch visitors off guard. Many tourists arrive assuming Dubai functions exactly like major cities in Europe or North America. They quickly discover that's not always the case. Certain behaviors that may be considered normal elsewhere can be viewed differently in Dubai. Dress expectations vary depending on the location. Public conduct matters. Photography rules can sometimes be stricter than visitors expect. Most tourists never encounter serious problems. However, many admit they were unaware of local customs before arriving. Some say they felt anxious after learning about regulations only after they had already entered the country. Others describe accidentally violating etiquette rules simply because nobody informed them beforehand. The issue isn't necessarily the existence of these customs. Many travelers respect local traditions and appreciate cultural differences. The frustration often comes from feeling unprepared. Tourism promotions focus heavily on luxury, shopping, and entertainment, but sometimes spend less time explaining social expectations. As a result, visitors may arrive with assumptions that don't match reality. That gap between expectation and understanding can create confusion, discomfort, and disappointment. For some tourists, it becomes one more reason they decide not to return. Perhaps the most controversial criticism of Dubai is that some visitors simply don't find it authentic. This is a topic that sparks endless debate. Supporters argue that Dubai's futuristic vision is exactly what makes it unique. Critics, however, say the city can sometimes feel artificial. Unlike many famous destinations that developed gradually over centuries, much of Dubai's modern identity has been built within a relatively short period. The result is undeniably impressive. Massive skyscrapers dominate the skyline. Record-breaking attractions attract visitors from around the world. Luxury developments appear almost everywhere. Yet some travelers say they struggle to form an emotional connection with the city. They describe moving between spectacular locations that feel designed primarily for visitors, rather than reflecting everyday local life. Others compare parts of Dubai to a giant entertainment complex, where everything looks perfect, but lacks the character they expected. Many tourists arrive searching for authentic cultural experiences, historic neighborhoods, and deeper connections with local traditions. While those experiences certainly exist in Dubai, some visitors feel they're overshadowed by commercial attractions and luxury developments. Of course, not everyone agrees. Millions of tourists love Dubai precisely because it offers something different from traditional destinations. But the criticism continues to grow online, particularly among travelers who prioritize authenticity over luxury.